Hi there, and welcome back, my friends, to Torment, Tides of Numenera. Before we leave the bloom, I want to go for a drinking game with Taglio, just to try it out. I'd like to take another shot at your drinking game. He grins, no, I'd hate to waste a rum. If you couldn't keep up with me the first time, I've little doubt you'd be painting the bloom with your bile next time. Makes a show of looking around the place, though I could use some color. He rummages around in a backpack that's lying nearby. Hold a moment. I've got a consolation for you. He pulls out a battered mug. Here, this is appropriate for you, friend. Wait, watch. He pours a healthy serving of rum into the mug, then starts laughing as the rum disappears to a mere swallow. Could be helpful next time you think to challenge someone, eh? He throws a friendly elbow into your ribs. Best part is that it only does that to intoxicants. I mean, it's the best part if you're a lightweight. Me, I think it's a criminal waste. A Taglio's consolation mug. This battered old mug, fashioned of synth and horn, looks like it could hold a large amount of drink. Yet when the mug is filled with an intoxicating beverage, its contents instantly evaporate. Okay, what about soldiering? Not much to talk about, is there? I was a condottiere, not for hire anyone. Okay, we will not go for something else. Ah, pity we cannot do the drinking game now that we have recovered. Tell me anything more about yourself. Nothing that I'm comfortable sharing. He gives you a weak smile. I'm certain you understand. Then I think it's time to go to Dracogen. But we can maybe sleep first. And ask questions later or something like that. Yeah. Let's see. And we need to tell the decanted they should leave. Because we don't really want them to get something. It's not right. And tells us of the tides always. What are you, and where can we find more of your kind? Sulk. Let's tell that thing to go. I've changed my mind. You need to leave the bloom now. On the other hand, the Murdens in the lower slave block. No, not even that. I mean, that's just crazy what they do. I've changed my mind. You need to leave the bloom now. Smooth plating of its armor clanks against itself as it flinches at your threat. We are peaceful beings, it squawks. Someday you will accept the truth of what we say. We will not attempt to persuade you now. No destruction is necessary. We assure you of our peaceability. Farewell. Decanted backs away, holding its hands out in the universal symbol of surrender. Construct strikes its hand across the front of its armor, and a row of buttons extrudes from its synth shell. Its fingers dance rapidly upon those buttons, and you are momentarily blinded by a flash of light. When you can see again, it is gone, leaving no trace of its presence. Let's see what Flint says about that. Okay.
Fair enough.
Nothing much, eh? What about Briska? Nothing much. Oh.
Yes.
We've leveled up. Nice. Increasing the maelstrom would be a good idea. But we can increase stat pools, edge, or extra effort. Do we need more intellect? Probably not. We can increase the stat pools though. That seems good. I mean, might. We never get probed through might. I don't know. I think increasing edge maybe. Or extra effort. That is. It will allow you to spend more effort. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Let's do that. That's okay. We have enough points. We just need some guaranteed hits, so to say. And now let's talk to Dracogen. My friend, how can I be of assistance to you today? What will you give me for the navigational cortex? My firm offer is 500 shins, or perhaps I could trade you for another device. It came into my possession via a caster named Vicarian. She called it a Merecaster. Yeah, give us the Merecaster. Excellent, excellent. He takes the device from you, slipping it into the flat pouch at his hip. And when he withdraws his hand, he pulls out an ovoid chunk of machined steel and places it into your palm. The device is about the size of a fist, with 4 star-like points studding its surface. 2 hexagonal holes punch clear through its center. Almost looks like a gear. The ovoid Merecaster. This ovoid chunk of machined steel is about the size of a fist, with 4 star-like points studding its surface. 2 hexagonal holes punch clear through its center, and it resembles nothing so much as a gear. It is surprisingly light in your hands and vibrates when you aren't looking directly at it. Alright, can you ask us a little bit more? Help us a little bit more? Okay, not so much. Then we'll just have a look at this Merecaster we just got. And the other Merecasters we got too, but this is also interesting. We'll use the item. His Merecaster is much lighter than the others you've seen. You heft it experimentally in your hands and notice that it's nearly transparent, but only when it's closer to your face. You feel it pulling at you, urging you to enter the mirror held within. First we'll examine it. You turn it over and over in your hands, lifting it to eye height occasionally. It fades away completely during these moments, leaving you holding what feels like oddly heavy air. Whenever you glance away from the Merecaster, it vibrates in your hands. Okay, we'll enter it. A thick bearded Nano shouts at you while others stare on. Come on, Vicarian, we can't afford to be nice. If we go back empty-handed, the harrow is gone. You find yourself in a tube-like cave, several stories high and many kilometers long. It looks like it was chewed from the solid rock by some colossal worm. A hollow square of rust-red columns rises to the ceiling around you. Further ruins lie both east and west. To one side, a long gash in the north wall of the tube opens to daylight and a vast canyon. Faint memories tell you the tube cave is a Numenera motherlode, and your party is here to grab as much as they can get. The body you wear belongs to a woman, kitted out with sturdy armor, a bladed staff, and a geometric tracery of filaments all over your body that you somehow know gives you the uncanny ability to control your local gravity. You know, too, the names of those beside you. The bearded Nano is Ushroff. The others are Marit, a young markswoman, Iom, a self-aware construct, and Arxalin, a Vagellan glaive whose reptilian features always seem to be smiling. Even now, when he's on the floor clutching his guts with black fluids leaking from his nose and mouth. I'm not asking to go back, Arxalin hisses. Just let me close my eyes and rest a minute. The harrows. Let's give Arxelin a chance to rest. Scavenging can wait a few ticks. Ushrov grumbles under his breath, but sits down with the rest of them as the suffering glaive closes his eyes. A moment later, a faint shifting echoes down the tunnel from the west, as if something was moving in the distance. The party looks toward the sound. Even Arxelin wakes. Creature or claim jumper, he asks. Merit and Ushrov exchange looks, then start west, angling for vantage points. Merit sniffs and wipes her nose on her sleeve. Can't you be quiet? Ushrov snarls. Sorry, she mumbles. Arxelin being sick is giving me sympathy sniffles. You wait for something to come out of the dark, but nothing appears. Then beside you, Arxelin wakes, choking and clawing at his throat before he falls back. Dead. Merit and Ushrov join you and Iom and look at Arxelin. He's covered in a black slime that leaks from cracks in his reptilian skin. Merit chokes. That's not what I've got, is it? Humans and Vagellans don't get sick from the same things, right? I'm not sure it is a disease at all, says Iom, searching Arxelin's things too quick. He pauses and tucks a rolled up piece of silver flecks from Arxelin's pack. It's covered with tiny metal studs. If something killed him, it was likely this. What is it? Asks Merit. It takes a moment for Iom to answer. Seems preoccupied. Some kind of battery? Charging device? It is emitting a broad and powerful spectrum of energy, some of which could be dangerous to organics. The real question, however, is why did Arxelin have it? He said he threw it away. Everybody looks at everybody else, but no one speaks up. We could be... I mean, Merit could know because she asked. Do you know anything about this, Merit? Merit sobs. I didn't know. I picked it up when he dropped it, and it recharged all my ciphers in a blip. Big money back home for a thing like that, but it made me queasy to touch it, so I slipped it into Arx's pack. I didn't think it was going to kill him. Wonderful, grows Ushrov. We've been sabotaged by your stepdaughter. You promised me the little brat was over her thieving ways. Now she's gotten one of us killed. It sobs, I didn't know. As Ushrov makes to reply, you hear the same ominous shifting and rumbling you heard earlier, only closer. The rest hear it too. It's coming this way, says Merit. Let's go. This is exactly the kind of thing Arxelin was supposed to take care of, grunts Ushrov. We all die. As far as I'm concerned, it's Merit who murdered us. Iom looks at you. What are your orders, Wick? And we'll go back and save us all. Because the rumbling doesn't make it better. To put my family first. We're going back to Sturthal so a chirurgeon can look at Merit. Iom, drop Arxelin in the voil. Throws up his hands. You'd rather save one larkenous little pocket snip than an entire neighborhood of honest folk? Fine. Points a shaking finger at you, but you'll repay every shin the Harrows collected for this trip when we get back, or I'll see you broken. Iom holds up the silvery studded cloth. What about the charging flex, Wick? Can I keep it? Yeah, you can keep it, but keep it away from us. Construct nods. Very well, Wick. I'll just dispose of Arxelin first. You watch as he carries the glaive to the gash in the side of the tunnel. He leans out into the evening air and lowers his arms, then lets the Vagellan go and bows his head respectfully. You and the others follow his lead, observing a moment of silence. Then Iom pulls his torso back through the gash and turns to you. Ready, Vic, he says. After a long trek, you reach the place where you enter the tube, a span called the Forever Bridge. It stretches across the void to where the caravan master waits for your return. Except for Iam, you're all in bad shape. Merit is hacking her lungs up. Good that we returned already. And you and Ushrov are starting to sniffle, and to make matters worse, the Forever Bridge is toying with you. Every time you start across it, you find yourself walking back toward the cave. You can't reach the other side. Finally, after a third attempt, Merit collapses, barely conscious, and Ushrov turns to Iam. The embrace is still killing us. You have to get rid of it. Iam shakes his head. I won't. I have a right to life. The hell you do, shouts Ushrov. It's half dead, and now we're trapped in this god's-forsaken pit. I'm throwing you and that damn artifact into the chasm. Almost imperceptibly, Iam shifts his stance. You realize he's readying to attack. If you try, I will kill you. What can we do? Okay, we have to explain. Think about it, Iam. If you take the flex, you'll kill everyone you meet. It will be a very lonely immortality. Yeah, 100%. Do that. Iam remains still for so long you think he might be broken. Finally, he steps to the gash in the side of the tunnel and holds the charging flex out into the void. He turns to you. Forgive me, Wick. In my fear, I forgot why being alive is important. I'm ready to help. Ushrov breathes a sigh of relief. Thank you, Iam. Thank you. The crisis is over. You and Iam and Ushrov do what you can for Merit, but her condition is far beyond any of your skills. She slowly slips away. You and Ushrov, on the other hand, seem to be recovering now that the toxic influence of the flex have been removed. Near the end, Merit has a moment of lucidity and looks up at you, taking your hand. I'm sorry, Mama 5. I should never have taken that flex. I ruined everything. How could I judge my daughter? You couldn't have known what would follow. Cave and the void fade to gold mist around you. As she squeezes your hand, the last thing you hear as you are wrenched out of the mere and back to your own body are her last words. Thank you. I thought you would hate me. Thank you. Whoa. What a crazy experience. Well, and thank you for watching. Happy gaming to you. We'll maybe turn to more of the Meercasters we found in the bloom. Then rest and try to continue our quests in the next episode. Have a great time until then and happy gaming. This is Immanuel signing out. See you soon, my friends.